Morning. I haven't done a video in a few weeks, so I thought I would take this opportunity to come out in the garden and show you what's growing. As you can see, we've got an eggplant in there. Pretty big one too. Hoping the other plants will start producing them. But yeah, we've got one. I have been picking peppers, so he's still green and hard to see, but these ones turn like a dark kind of purpley blue color. We've got more in here. That one's going to be an orange pepper. So is this one. You can see a bit of a tinge of orange. The peppers are coming along. It's just a bit of a waiting game now. On this side, I've been picking jalapenos. So I have eaten some of them, and I'm going to pickle some of them. Come see, look at these peppers. Look at the size of that. It's beautiful. So we are just now waiting for them to ripen up and turn colors. This is borage. The bees really like this. And now that I've got it growing in my garden, it will self-seed and come back every year. We've got some nice zucchini flowers because it's still in the morning. By the afternoon, they'll shrivel up. There are some lovely looking zucchini in there. Look at that. I like these yellow ones. They're new to me this year, but I will definitely get them again. I've got more zucchini down here. See the leaves, powdery mildew, but it's still producing, so I'm going to leave it for a little while. And okay, this is the natural life cycle of the squash. So the plant's not necessarily, well, the plant is dying back, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer to rip them out because I want the squashes to ripen a little more. So you can see they've got a little bit of like an orangey color. I just want them to turn a little more orange before I rip these vines down and cut them off. When you cut them, so that if you're storing them for winter, you want to give yourself as much stem as possible. It'll store better that way. So I think maybe another week, and then I will cut these guys down. Let's come over here. This butternut squash looks much better than the spaghetti. Look at that sunflower. Hello, sunflower. So yeah, the leaves on the spaghetti or butternut squash are much healthier. They're not dying back the same way yet. So we're going to leave the butternuts for much longer. I do have some baby butternuts over here. Look at that. Little one down there. You'd have to do some research on this. I don't really understand. See how that one's like a lighter green and this one's a darker green. And I had something similar with these guys. Like this one's like green, whereas those ones are more of like yellow. I'm not sure if it's just a different variety that I planted or if like something is going on that makes them green. Anyway, down below I've put in new beans. So I planted beans maybe a week or two ago and they've come up. They're just your classic bush bean. I also put more in here, and I put more cilantro in the other day, cilantro seed, because it's cooled down here, so I should be able to get the cilantro to germinate again. The kale is looking lovely, and these guys, ideally, I'm going to keep into the garden right through like December. I'll be able to come out here and pick leaves off of them. They are quite hardy, and they're a good fall garden crop. So that's the other thing, I'm trying to get my fall garden ready. I did pull out an entire row of potatoes here. And in place I have planted beets all the way down. And then at this end, what did I put in? Was it turnips? Yes, turnips. So this end has some turnips in it. Let's talk about tomatoes, because I don't know what the heck is going on. They are starting to curl. They are starting to like die back. Some of the plants just look like crap, and others look super healthy. So I don't know what I'm doing right or wrong, but something's not working. We are getting fruit. I've been picking. So look at that. Beautiful. I believe that's a black crim. These ones down here were called Money Maker. But see, look at this plant. This plant is dead. But I would like to leave it to hopefully let the fruit ripen. This is the black vernici, I don't know how to pronounce it, from Baker Creek Seeds. And they've done pretty well in the garden this year. So I've picked quite a few of those, and we've been eating those in salads and stuff. I've also been picking a lot of basil. We had a basil disaster last night. I went to make pesto in the Vitamix, and the little black handle thing wasn't in properly. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but anyway, the Vitamix container is broken. I had to order a new one online last night, and there's pesto. Well, I cleaned it up, but there was pesto all over the kitchen. So yeah, tomatoes. Sort of working and sort of not working. This is potato. I will be pulling those up shortly, and then I will try to get in some more fall crops. So possibly I have some Japanese radish. They're like black and red radish, so I'm going to put those in, and some turnips so that we can get maybe one more fall crop down this row. Lettuce. Look at this. I'll get out of the shade or shadow. Those lettuce are looking perfect. I'm going to pick some today. The carrots are doing really well too. They're looking great. I do have some beets in here. I've got chicory, lots of chicory. I have frozen some already. Nice kale. Got dill across the back there. And chicory that I'm going to allow to go to seed. And so did I did so with the rocket as well. If you can, guys, save as much seed as possible, because we're not really sure what next year is going to be like. And yeah, saving seed from stuff like this, chicory and rocket, is a no-brainer. It just does it itself. So try to save your seeds if you can. Yeah, more kale, more carrots. I started a new batch of carrots over there. So if I can get those up and growing before the last frost date, which around here is October 4th, then they will be able to just stay in the beds. I'll mulch them and they can stay there over winter, and we can just pull them out as we need them through the winter time. At least that's the plan. All right, this row, I pulled out all the onions. There were onions back there. I planted more green onion in this little section. So these are green onions that I've been growing since May. So these will be green onions down here. I've got some Swiss chard in there. And then on this side, I planted more turnip and some radish. The Japanese radish. Here we've got some sunflowers that haven't bloomed yet. And down below, I've got the black coat runner bean. I did throw some more of these beans in, and they're germinating and growing much better in the cooler temperatures. So I've got peppers. Oh yeah, these are jalapenos. They're just starting to show some peppers. So these are the black coat runners. They are starting to produce flowers again because it's cooled down. Still no beans yet though, so hopefully. These guys looked lovely. They're scarlet runner beans. Didn't get a single bean off them. Not one. And again, I think it's because it was so hot. Something didn't work. These are my bush beans. I have been picking beans off of them. But as you can see, they're starting to look a little worn out and tired. So I'll leave them a little bit longer. But potentially I'll be pulling out some of those bush beans, and that's also why I planted new ones over there, so that we've got a fresh batch. We've got a cabbage. Look at that guy. And over here we've got broccoli. Didn't really get any heads off of them. I think I planted them too close together, but the leaves are still edible, and we've been eating leaves. Just saute them. Oh, look, I see a bumblebee. Maybe I can get over here for you to see. Oh, So these are the black coat runner beans as well. They produce big meaty pods, and then hopefully we'll get beans because they're being pollinated right now by a bee. Yes. So big green pods, bigger than a pea, almost the size of a broad bean, and you leave them on the vine to let the inside bean ripen fully, and you get these nice big black beans that you can add to soups and stews. I could watch you all day, Mr. Bee. But okay, we can't, so let's go. I did put in more black coat runner beans, as you can see. I've left some peas. I ripped most of the peas out, but I left some in here. And they're starting to produce new fresh shoots down at the base here. And now that it's cooler, see, there's even like a little pea in there. This is an experiment. We'll see what happens, but they may shoot back up now that it's cooler. Hopefully. Black coat runner beans, that would really make my day. And now that I see the bee over there doing his job, should be good. Okay, I think that's everything to show you guys. Yeah, just getting ready for the fall garden. Trying to make sure we've got as much food as possible. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.